The year is 2025. Las Vegas rises from the Mojave Desert, a mirage of light and ambition. The Strip is a river of electricity lined with hotels that promise escape and reinvention. The Bellagio's fountains dance, the Venetian's gondolas glide under a painted sky. People come here to forget their ordinary lives, to become someone else, if only for a night. The air hums with slot machines, the scent of gourmet food and the dazzle of neon. It's a spectacle of human desire, packaged and sold with dazzling efficiency. Here you can travel the world in an evening, stand at a replica Eiffel Tower, cross a Brooklyn Bridge, all without leaving the desert. The illusion is total, immersive, intoxicating. The city's soul is built on maintaining this shimmering facade. But this grand performance needs an audience willing to believe. The glamour draws millions, seeking a momentary release from the pressures of the real world. They come for the high of the win, the rush of risk, the comfort of pretending together. Las Vegas offers a dazzling distraction from the aches of everyday life. It is a beautiful, seductive lie, and for many, it's a lie they're willing to live. Beneath the lights, the city's true cost is hidden in the shadows. Just blocks from the Strip, the neon fades and the city's other face emerges. Here, survival replaces spectacle. The sidewalks are filled not with tourists, but with people carrying their lives in carts and backpacks. This is the Las Vegas that never makes the postcards. The contrast is jarring. One moment, a volcano erupts for tourists. The next, someone sleeps in a doorway, invisible. The city's prosperity depends on keeping this world out of sight. Here, the sounds are sirens and hushed conversations, not slot machines. The dream of winning big is replaced by the urgent need for a meal or a safe place to sleep. These are the city's forgotten people, veterans, families, those who came chasing dreams and found only struggle. For every winner, countless others have lost. The price of the city's victory is paid in these long, dark shadows. Into these shadows, a new ghost has arrived, fentanyl. This synthetic opioid, 50 times more potent than heroin, floods the city's margins. For those on the streets, it offers a powerful, cheap escape from pain. But every use is Russian roulette. A few grains can be lethal. Fentanyl is often mixed into other drugs, turning a familiar habit into a death sentence. Paramedics now carry naloxone, using it daily to pull people back from the brink. Addiction to fentanyl is deeply isolating, severing ties with family and friends. It promises relief from loneliness, but only deepens the isolation. The crisis is everywhere, in the faces of shelter workers, grieving families, and desperate youth. Fentanyl is not a moral failing. It's a response to unbearable pain. It's a symptom of a deeper sickness, a crisis of loneliness and despair. Sarah's story began in a suburban home, not an alleyway. She was a bright student, a talented artist, drawn to Las Vegas by dreams of designing sets for the Strip. A car accident left her with chronic pain. A doctor prescribed opioids. The pills dulled her pain and her anxiety. When the prescription ran out, the craving remained. She bought pills on the street, then turned to a powder she thought was heroin, laced with fentanyl. The descent was fast. Her savings vanished, her grades slipped, her dreams unraveled. Soon, Sarah was homeless, surviving day to day, chasing the next dose to keep withdrawal at bay. The pain of addiction eclipsed her injury, a prison of the mind. She saw the Strip's lights from afar, a world she once belonged to, now unreachable. But Sarah's story is also one of resilience. An outreach worker found her, offering water, food, and, most importantly, a conversation. For the first time in years, Sarah felt seen as a person, not an addict. That small act of connection was a crack of light in her darkness. Recovery would be long and difficult, but it began with that moment of kindness. Even in the deepest shadows, a different future is possible. Sarah's journey is a reminder hope can start with a single human connection. Sometimes that's all it takes to begin the way back. David is a real estate developer, living in luxury above the city. From his penthouse, Las Vegas is a land of opportunity, where bold ideas and hard work are rewarded. He hosts charity galas, donates to campaigns, and believes in the free market. To him, homelessness and addiction are matters of personal responsibility. The city gives everyone a chance, he says. Some take it, some don't. He sees the people on the streets as a problem to be managed, not individuals with stories. David's view isn't malicious. It's distant. He's never sat with an addict in withdrawal or walked the flood tunnels. The crisis is an abstract statistic, not a human reality. This disconnect is common among those with power. They see symptoms, crime, vagrancy, but not root causes, trauma, pain, disconnection. Until people like David see the humanity behind the statistics, solutions will remain incomplete. The gap between the two cities will only grow wider. Beneath the casinos lies another Las Vegas, a labyrinth of flood tunnels. Designed to protect the city from flash floods, these tunnels have become shelter for hundreds. Down here, there's no neon, only darkness, broken by flashlights and candles. People build makeshift camps, creating a hidden community with its own rules. There's solidarity in the darkness, but also danger. Flash floods can sweep away lives in minutes. Fentanyl deepens the despair, turning refuge into a potential tomb. Outreach workers venture into the tunnels, offering water, food, and naloxone. Many residents have lost trust in the world above, finding autonomy below. The tunnels are a stark symbol of a city that has pushed its most vulnerable underground. Every day, Las Vegas fights a war, not with guns, but with naloxone. Paramedics, firefighters, and police are on the front lines of the fentanyl crisis. They respond to overdoses in alleys, casino bathrooms, and storm drains. It's a race against time, minutes, sometimes seconds, to save a life. The emotional toll is immense. They see the same faces, revive the same people again and again. This cycle is exhausting, leading to compassion fatigue. First responders are trained to save lives, but not to solve addiction or homelessness. They've become social workers, counselors, and sometimes the only human contact for the deeply isolated. They hand out treatment cards, offer encouragement, but no, it's not enough. They're the emergency brake on a train speeding toward a cliff. They can save lives, but they can't stop the crisis alone. The opposite of addiction isn't sobriety, it's connection. In Las Vegas, small grassroots movements are emerging, built on this truth. These aren't grand government programs, but community efforts by those who've seen the devastation firsthand. One center, run by Maria, whose son died of a fentanyl overdose, offers meals, clothes, and most importantly, conversation. Maria and her volunteers listen without judgment, reminding people of their worth. They don't demand sobriety, they offer connection, believing it's the foundation for recovery. These small acts of kindness are seeds of transformation. For someone like Sarah, it was a simple act of listening that started her journey back. These moments break through the isolation of addiction, a lifeline that says, "You are not alone." This approach challenges the failed war on drugs, replacing punishment with compassion. People who use drugs aren't bad people trying to get good, they're hurt people trying to heal. By offering connection, we address the root cause of addiction, not just its symptoms. Las Vegas was built on a gamble, a bet that dreams could thrive in the desert. Now, the city faces a new gamble on its own soul. The question isn't whether it can maintain its facade, but whether it can face its shadows. The solution isn't higher walls or sweeping problems out of sight. The only way to win is to bridge the gap between the two cities. It requires people like David to listen to stories like Sarah's. The city must invest in long-term solutions, supportive housing, mental health care, compassionate treatment. We've been taught to chase prizes and quick fixes, but the real jackpot is each other. The heart of Las Vegas is in its people, their resilience, struggles, and compassion. The city stands at a crossroads: keep selling a hollow dream, or make a different kind of gamble. Bet on community, bet on healing. The best way to help the lost isn't punishment, it's helping them find their way home. This is the only bet that offers a real chance of winning. The future of Las Vegas depends on it.